All right, we're good to go.
Cool. Hey, I'm Joe Angelo. I'm the retake. Hey, I'm Joe Angelo. This is the first official episode of the Nomad Wing podcast. Today, we got the White Sage Paranormal Investigation Group. Go ahead and introduce yourselves and tell you what your job is at the
Okay.
group.
Well, pretty much, I am Billy. I am a co-owner, and I have a tendency to go over the evidence. I let the
hmm
evidence go over.
So you're basically the detective of the group, right?
Right.
Okay. Cool.
Hi, I'm Christine. Also one of the co-founders. I'm an investigator, researcher, reviewer, basically anything anybody needs.
Awesome. So you're basically the jack of all trades,
Yep.
right? Sweet. How about you, Jared?
Hey, what's up? I'm Jared. I handle promotions and networking for the team. So like getting more people on board, working with like my own personal communities to get more people on board. I'm also the group's cameraman, editor, content producer, and another investigator.
Cool. So basically, a photographer, videographer, stuff like that.
hmm
All right, and advertiser. Cool. So, what got you guys first into paranormal investigating? Was it some kind of sixth sense, or was it just like a curiosity into another plane of existence that got you going?
I'd say it's just growing up. I used
Just
to love
growing up.
just love watching the paranormal shows. I'm like, I want to
Mhm.
do that one day.
Yeah, my mom loves the Dead Files.
I love the Dead Files.
Yeah. Yeah.
I absolutely love it.
What about you?
I have been in the paranormal since I've been 6 years old.
Oh.
I have been doing this for over 25 years.
Hmm.
And my first experience that got me into it was a ghost in my mom's house
Oh,
that I
okay.
actually physically seen. And ever since then, I've been chasing it.
Huh. So, let's delve into that ghost. What did it look like? Was it a man or a woman, or
He
did it
was a
have
man. He
man?
was an older gentleman, maybe in his 40s. He had a vest, sleeve shirt, and a bowler hat. That's pretty much all I can remember being old. But
All right.
I remember waking up and seeing him in my room in the corner, jumping up
Hmm.
and just walking past him, going to get my mom at 6 years old, going back in, and he was nowhere in my room.
Hmm. So, was he hostile, or was he kind of just hanging
He
around?
was hanging around, just
Huh?
watching me. He didn't do nothing
Eh,
bad. Wasn't long after that I developed a third eye.
okay. Yeah, he probably, since he had a bowler hat, he might have been from what, maybe the 40s or 50s. You think?
Maybe.
Yeah, for sure. So, is this the team that went with you to that one? We talked about it last podcast. You saw like a crypt in a cemetery, and there was like a black spot or a ghost, like in like a shape of a ball.
Oh no, that was a personal experience.
Oh, that was a personal
They
one.
do know about it.
Okay.
We have plans to investigate into that at some point.
Okay.
Absolutely.
But no, for me, it started back when I was maybe like
Oh,
5.
really?
Uh, I don't remember if paranormal shows had been like popular at the time,
Mm-hmm.
but like a lot of my family members are deep into the paranormal. And
Okay.
then I think it was when I was maybe between the age of like 8 or 10.
Yeah.
Ghost hunters became a huge thing. So like I had my mom take me. My mom and I went on a trip to Moundsville Cemetery, which is down in southern Ohio.
Mm.
Um, we were going to stop there, possibly stop at a few of the public locations there, and we also wanted to go to Pleasantville, I think, which is in Virginia, because of the Mothman.
Yes.
But
Mm.
like while I was there, I ended up like my mom bought me like an old school cassette tape recorder. I ended up going through Moundsville Cemetery with a tape recorder, just doing a regular EVP session.
Oh, sweet.
And I didn't expect anything to happen, but I actually caught real like evidence, like things talking over me talking, things washing out the tape recorder with voices and sounds that I couldn't explain. And I'm just like, wow, okay, this actually does happen. It's not just television. So
Yeah.
ever since then, the paranormal's kind of just surrounded me and my family.
Mm-hmm.
And after enough experiences, like I did occasionally like to go out and do like my own investigations, but it was never something I did regularly. Like we just all like collectively one year like, hey, you know what we all like doing this. This sounds like a fun idea. Let's just create our little small group, and then it turned into this. Like
That's
we
cool.
didn't plan for it to be something like this. We just wanted to get people together that like investigating, but eventually we realized that yeah, it's something here, and decided to turn it into an official like community.
For sure. For sure. So, so did Are you a founder too, or did you
Yeah.
found it first? And you all founded it
Yeah, we
together.
all founded-
Billy,
Okay.
Cece, and then Cece's fiance Dirk, who's not here right now. All the founders of this team.
Okay, cool.
Unfortunately, Dirk couldn't come because he has to take care of his grandmother. So
That's all right. I'm not sure if I could work with 5 people anyway, to be honest. Well, I could work with 5 people, but I don't got the equipment for it.
Right.
But that'll be an investment for later. Yeah. So so you mentioned the Mothman. So you don't just hunt ghosts, but you look for cryptids too?
yes,
We
actually,
haven't officially started doing that yet, but
Yeah.
all of us individually have our own experiences with cryptids.
Okay.
And like the concept that there is things out there we can't explain beyond the paranormal. Plus, I classify that as the same thing as paranormal.
Yeah.
Paranormal doesn't just mean ghosts. Paranormal is anything that can't be explained. with
Exactly.
science or understanding.
and did
Okay.
you know there's a difference?
A little bit. Can you lean like this?
Yeah.
Cool.
Well,
That
there
works.
is a difference
Perfect.
between paranormal investigators and ghost hunters, actually.
Yeah.
Paranormal investigators do all paranormal cryptids, like Bigfoot, the Yeti,
Mhm.
the Mothman. Ghost hunters actually just do ghosts.
Okay.
Just ghosts.
So you're paranormal investigators, you're not ghost hunters.
No, we
Okay.
are paranormal investigators. We go out to do all of it. Me
Okay.
and Jared eventually want to go out and look for Bigfoot. So
Oh yeah. Plenty of sightings. There's rumors that Bigfoot, since no one's seen him, people seen him, but it's like on and off. So there's rumors that Bigfoot actually hops between dimensional planes, and people get glimpses of him.
I've
You know what I
also
mean?
heard that.
I heard that too.
Yeah. Mhm.
well, we're known to have them. I'm gonna take a trip down there one day and go
Actually
to her
have
equipment.
actually have an ex-girlfriend. Her dad's really big into the paranormal and
Yeah.
Bigfoot. He got featured on a show called Paranormal Caught on Tape, and he has probably one of the clearest videos I have ever seen put out of this huge ape-like looking thing walking through
Okay.
Salt Fork State Park. And like, because you know how you normally see like Bigfoot videos, it looks like a potato filmed it, or it's like it's really cloudy or blurry, or like you can't hardly make out what you're seeing. Like, no, I actually had him send me the clip a few months ago, but he at the moment has one of the most clearest published videos of what was most likely a Bigfoot.
Okay. And he's on the TV show, right? So
Yeah.
anybody can check it out.
Mhm.
Okay, it's probably on Netflix or Hulu or something. But
I think I want to say it's on Discovery.
this
Discovery Plus.
that would make
Discovery
sense.
Channel.
All right.
But yeah, if you want to go check it out, I first saw it on a top 100 countdown they did for the show called Paranormal Caught on Camera.
Mhm.
But I imagine that it's also on the regular show itself. I couldn't tell you what episode or what season, but if you look up like the specific Bigfoot featured episodes of the show, you'll probably find it.
Okay, cool. So what what cryptids have you guys have already looked for? Like what investigations have you been on for those?
I haven't been on any personal
No
investigation.
cryptids yet?
No cryptids yet.
Okay.
But I'm very into Bigfoot. I have medical issues, so I have problems walking.
Yeah, it's okay.
So, but that's why I do more of the tech stuff,
Yeah.
evidence and everything like that. And if I was able to go out, I would definitely go out for Bigfoot hunting.
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure, absolutely.
Mhm.
I love Bigfoot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. So hmm, let's see. Anything else you'd want to discuss? What about this equipment? So you have these curious rods here. What do these do?
Those are dowsing rods.
Dowsing rods.
They look for magnetic fields. So, like if um, a paranormal or spirit entity, anything like that, would come around, you ask it a question. If they cross, it's a yes. If they spread out, it's a no.
Just so you guys can see these.
Yeah, he's showing you them.
These are pretty.
Yeah,
They're
those
made
are
of copper.
basic.
What they do, like I'll do it with my own hands. But like you ask a question, and if something interferes with like the magnetic space in front of you, sometimes they'll like cross over each other like this, or like cross outwards. You can define it as like a yes or a no. These
So-
also are good for finding ley lines in the ground, like energy
Oh,
pathways.
come over here and explain it, Jared. Sorry.
These are also good for finding like energy pathways or magnetic pathways in the earth. Like
Yeah.
originally, people used to use dowsing rods to find water sources because it changes the magnetism of the parts of Earth where water is.
Okay, so they basically made a tool used for finding water into a paranormal investigating
Yeah.
tool too, such as people. What's another common item that people done that with that I'm thinking of? Like
Stick.
sticks. I guess sticks. But so basically, in layman's terms, if they're talking to you, like they're on a swivel, right? They're on a
Yeah.
swivel, and if they're talking to you, they'll swivel on their own and they'll cross like this, or they'll go out like this, right?
Mhm.
Yes, correct.
Okay, that's pretty cool. And if you're looking for water, I guess they'll
They'll do
connect.
the exact same thing.
That's pretty cool. All right. So the next item on the list, what's that ball do?
This is the cat ball. You can actually turn it on, and it lights up,
Yeah,
but you're not going to see it during the day, unfortunately.
yeah.
But we set these around, and if ghosts touch them, they'll go off. If anything touches it, it'll go off, and it'll allow us to see it go off on camera or when we're around it.
Yeah, because when it's dark out, those are very flashy, very nice.
And we have more than one. We
Oh,
do have
yeah,
more.
Chris Bores does that from Irate Gamer. He has his own ghost show, and he uses tracking, motion tracking Christmas lights.
Yep.
Oh
to do
yes, all
that.
those. I want to get.
Yeah,
some
we
of those.
do want to get
Like
some of
this
those.
one needs a new battery.
It probably does.
They probably all do.
They're pretty heavy too. That's pretty cool.
But we use those in like graveyards and stuff so we can actually see when they go off.
One.
Have they gone off a lot?
Only a couple of times.
Yeah.
Not much. We've had more evidence with the recorder,
There
the
you go.
EMF detector,
Mm.
the dowsing rods, and the grid.
So speaking of recorder, this is the recorder, right?
That is the official White Sage Paranormal recorder.
That was
There we
the
go.
first-
Official White Stage Paranormal recorder right here.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
there you
hey,
go.
there it goes. One's going off.
I know. It took me off.
All right, there's a ghost here. It's my dog Cosmo. He's an asshole. Okay, let's see. Just a basic recorder.
Yeah,
That's
I
cool.
bought that. I think it was like $15 on Amazon.
Oh, okay.
We just needed one, and I bought it, and I'm like, it works good.
So
We've actually caught evidence on it before.
So half of these are household items that can be used for, paranormal activity. That's pretty cool. Let's see. So
This-
what's this thing?
This is an EMF detector.
Oh, that's the EMF meter. Okay, I
Yes.
heard about those.
You see these on our video. You see this one on our video a lot,
Yeah.
and the recorder because we use them a lot. I prefer that because you can turn it on and it'll let you know if there's any electrical interference around you that might cause problems with the equipment.
All right, cool.
That's like we did our one video, the Eastburn Cemetery. We CC was in the middle of the cemetery. There's no electrical around her, but it was going off.
Mm.
With
So-
questions that I was
Yeah,
asking.
question- that's what I'm asking.
time we have on the thing?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry. Go on.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
And it's
All right, we're good.
and it was just amazing to think like, okay, there's some kind of activity going on that this little $25 meter
Yeah.
is just picking up. It's just crazy. I love
Mhm.
it.
And it can be anything from ghosts to cryptids to maybe even like sources like resources like water under the ground or
Mhm.
anything could make it go off. But if you're in a cemetery where there really isn't anything else that could make it go off, so
Exactly.
yeah, that's a good point.
We also got recordings as that went off on our recorder of somebody behind me.
Oh shit.
And me and Jared went to Sandyville Cemetery. Is that where we found him?
Yeah.
We have myths on our webpage that were behind me and in front of me, and I never seen them.
Mm,
And he was filming right in front of me, and he never seen them.
mm.
But we caught him on camera.
And I thought it was a mist.
I think we uploaded it to the Facebook
You uploaded
page.
it to White Sage.
But yeah, in the video you see like, so like I had this habit that I've stopped where like I'll smoke while I'm recording because it helps me like steady my hands for some reason.
Yeah, I get you.
But you can see where like I blew out vape smoke and it looks different than fog that was in the cemetery.
Like it was
But it
covering
moved-
somebody.
But it moves like really slowly like this.
Yeah, the
because it's being
vape
moved
smoke
by
moves
the air.
slowly.
What we caught, it looked like it just went like, and then you see another one happen behind her that's even lighter, just like really quickly, like maybe less than half a second across the camera.
Maybe the electromagnetic forces of the ghost made the air move kind of like it was going through a vacuum. You know what I mean?
It's possible. There was
Yeah.
also a lot of fog and like mist in the cemetery,
Okay.
but you can tell the difference between like the mist that's in the cemetery and these two flashes. So
Mm.
like my theory behind that is if there was mist there, I fully believe that the reason that some spirits like show up as shadows
Yeah.
because they're drawing the energy out of that area to produce themselves. And the way your brain processes that information, you're receiving light and energy to process like color in your vision.
Oh.
I feel like because they suck the energy around them out to manifest and like create like
Mm.
they like cause things to happen. Like not only do I feel is that way they show up as shadows, but that could also affect other things. Like if there's already mist out, like what's saying that something didn't cause distortion, move mist, or like created that reaction on a camera?
Yeah.
Because you're not typically going to see that. Like if you saw that in person, like she didn't see it, I didn't see it. Um, Nobody in our live stream caught it, and like I didn't even see it on the actual camera.
Well,
Mm.
it took me and Billy 20 minutes reviewing to actually
I was
figure
the
out
first
what
one
it
to see
was.
it, and I was the first one to see it because I was going over video evidence,
Mm.
and I just happened to sit there and I'm like, that looked really strange because right after the mist went quickly across the camera, Jared happened to blow out vape smoke and it was just slowly moving. I'm like, no, no, that's something before this.
Yeah, that's something else.
Yeah, that's something
Something's
else
going
right
on
there.
here.
And Jared's the one that caught the one behind me. We never
Yeah,
seen
we
it
never
watching the
seen that
original
one.
video.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. So you've seen air move. What other kind of things have you seen move? Like, have you seen objects move at all?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
But I have seen shadow people.
Okay. Yeah.
Jared has seen shadow people. Me and
Yeah.
Jared's gone to Sandyville a couple of times. And each time we've gone, we've caught something. Every time.
Okay. Yeah. Usually when you see something, something should be happening. You know what I mean? But unless you didn't drink enough water that day. But you you know what I mean. So
Right.
let's see. You see, have you ever heard of the Mansfield prison where they
Mhm.
filmed Shawshank Redemption?
Yes,
You
I've
think?
actually been there on the tour before.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I've actually walked the prison.
I've been there on the day tour. Did you take the night one?
No, actually, I went with a couple of friends, and we didn't actually take the tour. We walked around the prison ourselves, and I have a picture of me in one of the cells.
Yeah. I actually have a weird experience
And
there. But
behind
go
me,
on.
there's a face.
Oh, what's up?
There's a face in the prison photo of my. There's a face behind me.
Oh, you have to show me that one later.
I have
Yeah.
to find it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's old.
'Cause when I walked into the church area, I started breathing heavy, like the air got sucked out of me. You know
Yep.
what I mean? That was weird. That was definitely weird.
Uh-huh.
Like I only felt that in the church though. When I went into the cells, I didn't feel anything else.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
I have taken that tour before.
yeah. You guys will have to do an investigation there at night, see if you can see anything cool.
We've tried to set that up. The problem is money.
It's
Money. Oh, they make you pay
$500.
for it.
Yeah, it's $500
Ah,
to rent out the night investigation.
And
that's kind of
you
lame.
gotta have so many people and
Yeah,
other
and you'll
stuff.
be limited to where you can go.
Now,
Yeah.
if
Okay.
we could get enough people interested in wanting to go with us, we
Yeah.
could all equally chip in money. That would make it like
Right.
eight people. That's like maybe $50 a person to go. Maybe just slightly over $50. That ain't shit.
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad. That wouldn't be bad at all. Let's see. So you got the Mansfield prison. You're talking about the Sandywood Lake. Let's see. Any other areas you'd like to talk about that you've been to?
How about our house?
Oh, your house.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm?
We live in our own haunted house.
Oh, cool.
My house is actually haunted.
Mm,
Yes, it's been haunted since I've been a kid. My grandma used to call him George.
mm,
I don't know, but lately, since we started the paranormal stuff, I've had some crazy stuff happen at that house that I personally cannot explain. That I mentioned to him when things happen, so he knows. Like I've
mm,
had cupboards open on me doing dishes. One of the instances, I was standing outside and I was by myself, and I know I was by myself. I
mhm.
bent down to pick something up in front of our back steps, and I clearly heard, "Hi, how are you?" And I responded to it like I would with you guys. And then it dawned on me, and I was like, "Who the hell am I talking to?" And I looked up and I looked around me. There was no one around me. And I
Yeah.
was like, "Okay."
Is it a ghost? I do need to see a doctor. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was starting to think. Like, what?
Me and Jared have an experience with the doll in our house.
Oh, fuck dolls. I don't like them.
No, I completely agree with you.
I don't know
Those
if I have to
dolls
censor
freak
that or
him
not.
out.
I
But
don't like them because of the reason that they can be possessed by spirits because they're a humanoid form.
When I'm sitting on the back
yeah.
porch looking through a bay window and see the doll and the doll's head slowly turns, no, no,
Mm.
no, no, no,
I'm
no.
not going in there. You can go
You-
in there. I'm not going in there.
Like I'm not coming in the house for a while.
That's good. So, you mentioned that dolls can possess dolls because they have humanoid forms. So does that imply that ghosts can possess some things but not other things?
I think a ghost could realistically possess anything.
Anything?
if
They
they
can
wanted
attach
to.
things to anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I think that they choose forms that represent something that is what they were when it.
Basically,
I feel
whatever
like
they're most comfortable
I
with.
feel like it's easier for them to also possess things that are electronic because it's a
Mm.
source of energy. Um,
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
lot
because
of
they could
those
drain power
possessions, a
from
lot
it.
of those possessions, though, it's more of an energy than it is a responsive spirit. If it's like normal objects, I
Okay.
feel like that they can latch on to specific objects, but they wouldn't use it as a conduit to manifest things or do things.
So
They would probably use it just to travel or move.
mm, so basically, what you feel from an object would probably be the leftover an effect of a substance left behind by the ghost, rather than the ghost being there on its own, right?
Yes and no.
Not yes and no.
I feel I've had people that have bought and come into possession of and have found haunted objects,
Mm-hmm.
things that aren't like your standard. Like for instance, you could like this phone case could be haunted.
Okay.
A lot of it comes back to the attachment of the spirit, and some spirits they're attached to things like their possessions if they like
Like a
were
really
really close
important
to
pendant.
something in life.
Yes.
For
But some people
example,
can also just possess like bricks or like some
Ah.
spirits can possess parts of a property. I know someone that took a brick from a building that they had torn
Mm.
in their hometown because it was like a very historical building, something they grew up with. They
Mm.
wanted a memento from it, and whatever energy was in that building followed them back to their house and like they had weird things started getting knocked over, like doors would move.
Mm-hmm.
They would have weird electronic glitches, and it
Yeah.
only started happening after they brought that brick home with them. Um,
Okay.
Eventually, they got rid of the brick, and it stopped happening.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
it wasn't the brick itself that it was attached to; it just used that to sort of piggyback to a source that it could interact
Yeah. That's a good example. What's your what's your
my
example?
example is like if a little girl dies,
Yeah.
she can attach herself to a favorite teddy bear or a
Okay.
blanket. And if you take that teddy bear and blanket, she's gonna go with that object.
That makes
No
sense.
matter where she goes, that object, she will be with it.
Okay. Yeah. So she's with the object rather than the object.
Yes,
with.
Okay.
instead of taking a ride with it, she's constantly wanting to be with it.
Okay.
She
That
doesn't want to leave it.
that makes more sense
So
to me.
she travels with it.
Okay.
And that could be for anything. It
Yeah.
could be for a necklace, a ring, anything that meant something, a wedding ring. You lose your spouse, they could follow you with it
Mm-hmm.
very easily.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Can you check the time one more time? Thank you. I got to do a better system.
23 minutes.
Okay, so we got 7 minutes left. You guys said you were going to an event, so like, what event are you going to?
Well, it's called Ghouls in the Graveyard,
Ghouls in the Graveyard.
and we got permission from the mayor of East Sparta
Mhm.
to go and investigate the East Sparta Cemetery. We already did it once,
Yeah.
but we only had a certain amount of people there. This one we'll make bigger for everybody, and we're gonna have a meet and greet beforehand.
Cool.
A little spectacular,
Oh, nice.
and
Maybe I'll go.
yeah, absolutely, you're welcome.
Cool. Thank you.
And it's just gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna have one of our members is gonna be doing tarot readings.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
going to do a question and
Yeah, I love
answering,
those.
like a class, to
Yeah.
teach a little bit about the paranormal during it.
Oh,
It's
cool.
gonna be great.
Like a little
We're
convention.
going to have most of our equipment out so everybody can touch, feel it, and look at it.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, if you're in the Ohio area, come check out that festival, or the convention. It's gonna be
October 12th from 7:30 to whenever.
And
okay.
if you find us on Facebook at White Sage Paranormal, I'm regularly trying to post updates about it, and like you'll be able to see like an event page. We have the event page on Facebook. I think you can find it at um, Ghouls in the Graveyard. I think I titled it as the actual event
Yes, you
title.
did.
But yeah, if you go check out our website or our Facebook page, you'll see the event posted at the top of our page. We've also made flyers, so like maybe you'll go out and see a flyer up somewhere if you're local.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Jared did post the flyer on the White Sage Paranormal page, I believe. You
Yeah.
did.
Mm.
Yeah, so if any of you go and check out our page and you feel like you might be interested, or if you have friends that you think might be interested, feel free to share that. It's a free event. We're also trying to get some of Ohio's other like investigative groups on board. See if we can get anybody from like some of the better established ones that come out if they want to, just so they can give their own presentations or like interact with the crowd. We haven't made an official list yet. It's still kind of a work in progress, but if you regularly check back to the event page, we will be posting updates, and if we get any special guests, like we'll definitely update it through there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So you can find them on the White Sage Paranormal Facebook page. So do you two have any specific uh, media sources they can find you at, or are you just on White Sage?
We're on White Sage.
Okay.
Sage.
All right. So
And also,
Hmm.
what I forgot.
I'd like to give a shout out to Rogues Hollow Paranormal and Trevor and Missy. They have actually helped us through this for the last year and a half. I contact Trevor when we need help on advice and stuff, and he's actually helped us and is willing to come out with us one day.
Cool.
And we also have got in touch with Grant Wilson from the Ghost Hunters.
Oh, really?
And he knows Dalen from Ghost Brothers.
Oh, that's badass. Hell yeah.
So we have contacted both of them and actually spoke to both of them.
All right.
Little questions here and there, and then to see if they write us back.
Mm-hmm.
And just so happened they did. So
Oh,
Trevor's known us
that's
for
nice
a
of
year
them.
now. So
yeah, good.
Yeah, that's nice of them. Well, hey, thank you for tuning in to the Nomad Wing podcast. I'm Joe Angelo, and this is the White Sage Paranormal Investigation Group, and we're out of here. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. Hey, thanks, guys. That rolled. Yeah. Let's just see if it recorded all the audio, and then I'll include this in the blooper.
Hey, that's